Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Goon Intelligence Sports Podcast Show. Today, I got a nice one for you. Today, we're going to be reacting to the Nightcap show with Ocho, Cinco, and Shannon Sharpe. They talked about the Saints after the game against the Chargers, about the quarterback play with Spencer Rattler and Shough. And we're going to react to that. We're going to see what the synopsis is. We have two former football players. One is in the Hall of Fame, and the other one was a good receiver in his heyday and in his prime. So we're going to see what they are saying about this quarterback situation, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on how they feel. Before we get into that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I bring you everything pretty much Saints related. We're pushing towards 2,000 subscribers, and I like to get there before the season ends, and I can get there with the help of you. So like I say, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I post these videos. And let's jump right into what Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco talking about.
Ooh, New Orleans. Boy, y'all in a heap of trouble. Spencer Rattler. So if you just take that R and put a D.
Yeah.
That's what you, Saints fans. That's what y'all got to look forward to. And the preseason opener, despite throwing a pick six, rookie Tyler Shough comes off the bench and outplays Rattler. If you can believe that, it's kind of like getting bit by a water moccasin or a rattlesnake. It's just how close are you to antivenom? I mean, both are going to hurt.
Right.
Both are going to excruciating pain. Swelling will be immediately. Shortness of breath.
Yes.
That's what you get with these two quarterbacks. I don't know why they didn't. I hope Kellen Moore, who's a Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator, I hope he signed a long-term deal.
Right off the bat, let me tell you something. You got a rattlesnake and a water moccasin. The analogy, terrible. Look, man, Spencer Rattler is in his second year in a brand new offense. Shough is a second-round draft pick, rookie quarterback who is going to have to learn. Their quarterback situation is no different than anybody else's quarterback situation that did not take Shedeur Sanders. So look here. He says, I don't know why. He was about to lean into it, but then he says, oh, I hope Kellen Moore signed a long-term deal. He wanted to say, I don't know why the Saints didn't take Shedeur. So Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco have been on a hit parade for any team that passed on Shedeur, especially since his Panthers game when he played against the Panthers. Now it's an attack on anybody that passed on Shedeur. The Cleveland Browns also passed on Shedeur, and they've attacked them too, for taking Dylan Gabriel before taking Shedeur. But let's continue to listen to some of the nonsense that Shannon is forcing right now, because that's what he's doing. He's forcing this right now.
Like 6 years. Because it's going to be a while with those two quarterbacks.
Yes, sir.
Before they win. Saints quarterback in the first preseason game, Rattler was 7 of 11, 53 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interception, but he did lose a fumble. Tyler Shough, 15 of 22, 165, 1 touchdown, 1 pick six.
Man, first game ever playing in the NFL.
Okay, but listen.
But he's forcing it. He doesn't even know what to say.
Before the game started, I threw out a tweet to Saints fans. I have a lot of Saints fans that follow me on Twitter. That follow me on X. And the question was, are you guys optimistic about Spencer Rattler as quarterback number one? And all the answers were unanimous in saying that they don't believe in him. And there were a few that said, you know what, I'm optimistic about him. He can improve in his second year.
Okay, right there. Chad, that means it's not unanimous. Unanimous means 100%. Unanimous means everybody feels the same way. Not, 95% are saying this and then 5% are saying that. Then it's not unanimous.
So based on the small sample size that we were able to see from Spencer Rattler today, it did look promising. But again, it is a preseason. Maybe a little rusty. First time out against competition outside of yourself. So I want to give him a little grace.
But he's not a rookie, Ocho.
Yeah, I know what
this
you
is
mean.
true. That's true, Shannon. He's not.
Real games last year. I would expect him to look a little better.
We all did.
the second time around in a vanilla type game plan than a rookie. Then say Jackson Dart, say Shedeur Sanders, say some of these, even Shough. Okay, if Shough's gonna struggle, okay, I get that. He's a rookie, first time playing in the NFL. Not a guy that started games in the NFL to play that. I think the thing was for me, Spencer Rattler's style of play will eventually get him cut and a coach fired. How? That's what happens when you're not consistent at that position. Yeah.
So let me say this. Before it even gets to that point, Kellen will cut Spencer. Before anybody comes threatening Kellen's job, for the simple fact that Spencer Rattler is not Kellen Moore's pick. Tyler Shough is. So if Spencer's out there stinking up the joint, not playing well, he gonna get the hook faster than it'll make your head spin how fast that hook gonna come. Because Kellen is going to want to get his guy in there. Now, if Tyler Shough doesn't work out, then now we talking. But we've seen Mickey Loomis not want to fire a imbecile at coach. When he had a real dunce at coach, he would not fire the guy. Gail Benson had to force him to do it. Dennis Allen would still be the head coach had Gail Benson not got off of her princess chair of doing her makeup and her hair and looking pretty and smiling at games and started talking to the players and checking the temperature in the locker room. That's what got Dennis out of here. So let's see what more Shannon's just spewing. Because like I said, all this is forced at this point. I understand that Prime is your guy. You're looking out for Prime and trying to, use your platform to promote Shedeur. But let it happen naturally.
Because that position gets coaches fired quicker than anything. Get general managers terminated quicker than anything.
Well, we know the general manager ain't getting fired. It's Mickey Loomis. He wrote into the will. He's going to be here. So that ain't happening.
Now, they felt comfortable enough. They're like, okay, we're going to wait till I think they got shook in the second or third round. They're like, we like Spencer Rattler. They like him. Right. He was a highly sought after guy. Went to the University of Oklahoma. And then Caleb Williams came. He transfers, goes to the University of North Carolina.
Came in and took that spot.
He has some arm talent, but he's just a little inconsistent for my taste. It is hard to win when you don't get consistency out of that position. Because eventually it will get him cut and it'll get the coach fired.
That is true.
Now we had Richard Smith.
It's going to get him cut. It won't probably get the coach fired. It'll get him cut for sure.
Yeah. I can't get any better because all I can do is just give you what you should be doing. It's incumbent upon you. He's kind of, loose with the ball. Is easily knocked out of his hands. He turns it over. But this is what the Saints,
Dylan Radunz. That's who it was.
What happened is that when you have quarterbacks like Breeze and you have quarterbacks like Manning and you have quarterbacks like Brady, you don't want to waste the guy. So you're picking guys in the 4th or 5th round and you're letting them sit with no chance of getting, not doing anything.
That is true. The Saints, look, as a Saints fan, I can't tell you. Since 2006, I've been spoiled with quarterback play. We all have been. From 2006 to 2020, we were all spoiled with Drew Brees at quarterback. We knew that one thing. We knew Drew Brees was going to put us in the best position to win. It did not matter who we played. We know we had a shot. And yes, the Saints took quarterbacks that they knew weren't going to need them. Chase Daniel, for a while, Mark Bulger backed up Drew Brees. We had Luke McCown. Like, we had some guys in here that were just, perennial backups.
Right. And so
hey, we tried to get Patrick Mahomes, but,
now you got to rush.
I ain't tripping. We ended up with Marshawn for a couple of years.
They tried Taysom Hill, but I never thought Taysom Hill was a quarterback. He was very good in the role that he was in as a jack. He'll play a little quarterback. He'll a little fullback. He can play some tight end. He's good on special teams.
Taysom won us some games at quarterback, though. He won us some games. Him and Teddy Bridgewater.
But I didn't think he was a specialist or a great quarterback. So I never thought that experiment was going to work. I think Jameis could have been good, but Jameis tore his knee.
Jameis was on a roll. Jameis was 5-2, beating his former team, and what was it? I think Devin White tackled him and torn ACL. 5-2. Jameis was on a roll.
They kind of moved on from Jameis.
Yeah, and then Derek Carbage stepped in.
They might be
Sorry,
they might be a little better. They're starting to get a little older.
Get me started.
Honey Badger retired. Cam Jordan. I think he's going into what? His 15th
Cam
season.
Jordan, 75 years old.
2011 class with Von Miller and J.J. Watt, all those guys. Sure. But in that division, you got to get better because Tampa's gotten better. I think Atlanta's gotten better.
Yeah, they have.
And so
Atlanta's gotten better? By doing what?
I just don't believe that the quarterback that the Saints want or needs that can get them to where they want to be, a consistent team, a team that wins consistently, that can get to the playoffs and maybe win a game or two in the playoffs. I don't believe that quarterback is on their roster.
No, I don't think so either. I think heavily, for the sake of Spencer Rattler.
Wait, what? Golly, bruh, it's one game, man. It's literally one game. How's the quarterback not on the roster? You don't know that yet. I don't see him looking into a crystal ball with no tarot cards in front of him. You don't know that. There's one game. Talk about overreaction. God damn, man. It's one game.
He has Alvin Kamara to take some of the pressure off of him. You have
Jesus Christ.
You have Chris Olave. I'm not sure who the number 3 will be there, obviously, but I think his job will be a little easier because of the talent he has around him. Chris Olave is a very, very good receiver. Rashichi is a burner. He's a very, very good receiver. Now, it's going to be Kellen Moore to put those players in positions to be able to make sure Spencer Rattler doesn't get him fired, There's one thing
There's no way Spencer Rattler would get Kellen Moore fired. What is these guys talking about? Kellen Moore ain't been the coach of the Saints for 4 months yet. Spencer Rattler was here last year with Dennis Allen. He would not let that happen. He took his quarterback, Tyler Shough. He did already. Why they keep saying that dumb? Man, come on, bro. Not only that, but none of the skill position players, the starters, played in Sunday's game against the Chargers. Alvin Kamara didn't play. Chris Olave didn't play. Rashid Shaheed didn't play. Juwan Johnson was in there for maybe 5 plays. The offensive line was in there except the right side. No Eric McCoy. Man, come on, dog. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
The thing you can do is when you have a quarterback as bad as them, based on their play, you have to find a way to hide their weakness. You have to find a way to hide their weaknesses, and it's easy to do when you have players of that magnitude. Alvin Kamara is still one of the best.
I'll tell you this.
I'm just not going to let Kamara beat me.
I tell you this. One of the weaknesses for Spencer Rattler is he's 6 foot. Now, unless they going to put leg surgery on him and make him a little bit taller or whatever, you're not changing that. That's like his main weakness, if you ask me. It takes a special player like Andrew Brees to be that small, that short in stature, and still get the job done.
What was their record last year?
5-12, dude.
I mean, the offensive
you
line.
do a whole subject on somebody and don't do no prep work to know their schedule or what their record was.
I mean, they gave up 5 sacks today.
Yeah, they did. Offensive line was trash.
They were 5-12 last year, Ocho.
That's tough.
What was the Bengals, Chad? What was the Bengals?
Everybody's running vanilla. Vanilla offense, vanilla defense, vanilla special
Talk
teams.
about us.
Nobody's showing anything. Nobody's trying to put anything on tape that's going to be extraordinary.
But I'm thinking that they can be put in positions to be able to hide the weakness that Spencer Rattler may have, whatever it may be.
I just told you, he's 6 foot, dog.
That's my thought process.
That's one of them.
And as an offensive coordinator, whoever the offensive coordinator is, I'm not
Kellen Moore is the head coach. Remember, he's the offensive coordinator for Philly.
He's calling the plays too?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is what I'm talking about. Do they just turn the camera on and say, okay, this is our topics. This is what we're going to talk about without any prep work? Yes, Kellen Moore is calling the plays. Kellen Moore is the head coach. Jesus Christ, man.
Man, listen. I don't want to lose my job. So what do I need to do? I need to use those around me. I need to use those weapons.
Right.
Put them in advantageous positions because my quarterback is not as good as I'd like.
Right.
They will not fire Kellen Moore for not getting Spencer Rattler to work. His pick is Tyler Shough. That is who will replace Spencer if Spencer don't get it together. And I said it once and I say it again. The hook is going to come really fast. They're not going to give Spencer every opportunity to get it right. They'll give that to Shough, but they will not give it to Spencer because of the simple fact that Tyler was taken in the second round by Kellen Moore.
It's going to be a long year. We might win 4 games. Hey, we won 5 last year. We still haven't.
Shit, I told y'all my pick is 5.
That is the most important.
I told y'all mine is 5.
And obviously, it took Tyler.
5 is the floor.
What, second round?
I think they took him in the second round.
No, it
40th overall, Ocho. 40th overall.
Okay, yeah. So I'm assuming, I'm not sure what they saw on film from him as opposed to what we saw on film from 12. But then listen, that conversation, it's like beating a dead horse. They saw what they saw. I'm not sure who the scouts were. And felt he was. So maybe he is. Maybe he is. We'll find out.
Yep.
There it is. There it is. This whole 13-minute clip is just a hit parade, an advertisement, and a party to gang up on the Saints because they did not take Shedeur Sanders. I said it earlier when I first seen when Shannon first started talking and he said, I don't know why, and he stopped short of saying it. And Chad just let the cat out of the bag with, I don't know what they seen on film opposed to what him and 12. 12 is Shedeur Sanders. That's his number. Man, look, bro. I get it. Prime is your guy. But the Saints are not the only team that passed on Shedeur Sanders. The Seahawks passed on Shedeur Sanders. They took Jalen Milroe. Don't see nobody. The Raiders passed on Shedeur Sanders. The Cleveland Browns passed on Shedeur Sanders. They took Dylan Gabriel. The Giants passed on Shedeur Sanders. Do I need to keep going? Like several teams passed on Shedeur Sanders. The Carolina Panthers passed on Shedeur Sanders. Bryce Young ain't showed us nothing. Nothing. Atlanta Falcons could have brought Shedeur Sanders into camp. Penix is a rookie. Is a damn near rookie. They could have battled that job out. Penix ain't showed nothing. I mean, what are we talking about here? Man, I just don't understand it. This is old now. Sanders is in Cleveland. Tyler Shough is with the Saints. Let's just move past it. He's not coming to the Saints. I understand. I wanted Shedeur Sanders too. I did. But he's not here. And there's no need to cry over spilled milk. My cousin, who is a stern supporter of the show, can't stand Tyler Shough. He can't. He said, man, we're going to regret not taking Shedeur. It might happen. Who knows? All I know is this. Tyler Shough came into the game with a 2-minute drill, led the team down there, got points. Yes, it was against the 3s or 4s or 2s and 3s, whatever. Then he threw a pick 6 in the third quarter, and then right behind that, that's very next drive, threw a 54-yard pass to Mason Tipton. That's all I know. So we're going to see what Tyler Shough can do with the 2s and the 1s and 2s against Jacksonville, because I really believe the Saints are going to start him this week. The way they've been running practice with one day it's Spencer Rattler with the ones, and then the next day it's Tyler. I think that's how it's going to go with these games. And the chips going to fall where they may. But one thing we cannot do is keep harping on the fact that the Saints passed up on Shough when every other team that needed a quarterback did so too. Why they did it, who knows? The conspiracy is the NFL colluded against them or whatever. All I know is this. And the NFL, it's not a meritocracy. It's not. It's not. The best players don't always play. I get it. I understand that. But look, give Tyler a shot. What else has you got to lose? More games? Gonna suck anyway. That's all I got to say. But this has been another episode of the Goontelligent Sports Podcast Show. Shannon and Ocho need to cut it out. Get off of the hit parade. Talk about something else. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to share it with me today. And I appreciate you for that. Until next time, peace.